Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Classic Series. After our off week last week, we were at Indianapolis this week. Last week, winner Suave is on pole. He's looking to defend Ziggy Stardust, aka Gator, is to his outside in the NNA car. Skip a little further. NR 2003 Simulations has won both races this season in quite dominant fashion. Let's see if any other team can win anything today. What's going on, Gannon Gage? How are you doing tonight? The pace car has dove off into the pits, and Swabbles lead it to the green flag. We are racing at Indianapolis. Swab will take the early lead with Gator on his ass, and then you got Chris and then Turtle battling back here. Swab still leads. We still got Gator right, or Ziggy Stardust right behind him. And our will be 3 for 3 according to Rothahan. Very well could be 3 for 3 today as Suave comes out of the corner. I believe that was turn 4. Yes, it was, to lead the first lap in his number 3 Pontiac. But Ziggy Stardust is going to maybe look to the inside. He will not go to the inside of the forest green and red car. By the way, what an awful color combination that NR Man chose there. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what in his mind said. You know what would look good? Some dark green with some black and some red accents. I don't know why he thought that would look good. A good looking race car behind him was Ziggy Stardust in the orange and white number 54 car. Way more conventional color scheme, I might add. Swab will come through and lead the second lap in succession. Looks like it's going to be hard to pass here today at Indianapolis, which is unfortunate because the NR 2003 simulation cars in the lead as Ziggy Stardust falls off the back of the 3, falls into the clutches of Chris and Turtle. What is going on? NR Man, how are you doing? And yes, Samson, NR Man is an idiot. Oh, sorry. As you got Turtle diving the inside of Chris, Ziggy Stardust makes a mistake, and it looks like Chris will get to the outside of Ziggy Stardust into second place. Will Turtle be able to make a move on Stardust? He will not, but William Roundy gets to the inside of Raffahan in the 10 car, and Max is also trying to make a move. The Dutchman looks like he'll get to the inside of the Brazilian, so Carson Sherman. Carson Sherman currently sits last in points. He has not done anything this season. He's looking to turn that around. Right now, shotgun on the field is Cannon Gage in the 91 car. Gage recently announced his departure from NNA in the main series, which comes as a shock to a lot of people, as that was a winning combination for a long time. Also back here, you got River. He's a playoff car in the real series. I saw dirt. Did anybody spin? Max is way to the outside. What happened to Max there? He might have gotten into the wall or something like that. That's unfortunate for the Gamble bunch. Up front, Ziggy Stardust trying to get to the inside of Chris. He'll regain second place for the 17 car. Looks like Turtle will make it 2 passes on the 17 in the span of 2 corners, as he will get to the inside of Chris. It might have been some sort of save, or someone may have just gotten into the grass or something like that. Turtle still has not technically completed the pass on Chris, but it looks like he'll do it right here. But Turtle in the third place. Suave still leads, but he's got the 54 closing in on him. Stardust is going to take a look at the inside of Suave. Will he have the run to be able to dive off into turn one? He will. Ziggy Stardust to the inside of Suave, and finally, someone other than an NR 2003 simulation car is in the lead as Ziggy Stardust goes to the lead here at Indianapolis. But it doesn't look like Suave is done with the 54. He may try to make a move here. He will not be able to. Stardust now has the lead. Anything else going on throughout the field, it doesn't really look like it, as Max still sits shotgun on the field. Stardust will go to lead lap number 6 here as we go on into lap 7 here at Indianapolis. Oh, you told him to move over to make the race more interesting. I'm sure you did that, man. I'm sure you did that. I'm sure you intentionally sacrificed your car just to make it more interesting. If you did that, that's nice. But, yeah, I don't think you did that. As it's still Suave in second place. He's getting chased down by Turtle. As Turtle will go to the inside of Suave, will he be able to make the pass? He will not. I am pretty sure we'll have pit stops today. Typically, races around this length do have pit stops, but I didn't test it, so technically I don't know, but I'm pretty sure we will. As Turtle dives to the inside of Suave, will he be able to make the move coming into turn 1? He will. Still the inside of Suave. Looks like he'll be able to make the move. Check the 44 car in the second place as Suave is starting to fall through the field as William Roundy gets to the inside of Suave. Suave is falling quick. The early race leader. Maybe having some issues here on the longer runs. Can you see the red car in the back? Is this what you're talking about? See the blue and red car in the back. Oh, talking about River. Yeah, that's River. I see smoke. Or am I just seeing things? I think I'm just seeing things, but I thought I saw smoke. But Suave is coming back to the inside of the 44. He will not be able to make the move on Bullhead. But Roundy trying to make the move on Suave. Suave will close the door. Roundy will not be able to make the move. Roundy back to the inside. Looks like he will make the move on Suave here. Suave falls back to 4th place. Not looking good for the 3 car. As we got Sherman coming in the 45. Sherman just looking for anything good to go his way, as the first 2 races were absolutely atrocious for him. Finishes of 11th and 12th place. It would have been 2 12th place if Ziggy Stardust didn't loop on the last lap at Watkins Glen. He needs something to go for him and NNA as they fight for a Constructors' Championship. Back out front, it is still Ziggy Stardust. He looks like he appears to be pulling away from the 44 car in the 24. That's the 3. Continues to fade. Sherman now on the back end of Ziggy Stardust, as well as like 4 other cars. I don't know what's going on with Suave right now, but it's not looking good for that 3 team, or really any of the NR 2003 simulation bunch, as Rafa Hen is down here in 6th place. If they want to win 3 races in a row, they're going to have to pick up some speed here. As Ken engaged is to the inside of Chris. Looks like he'll make the move. Check the 91 into 8th place. Gator still leads here in the 54 car. He's slowly been pulling away from Turtle here. Looks like Ziggy Stardust may have the dominant car today. As you can see, he's pulling out a gap. As Suave goes to the inside of the 24. Does Rowdy have an issue? He looked really slow around that corner. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, Suave into 3rd place. He's now trying to get to Turtle in the 44 car. So, apparently NR Man is a number stealer, as he has the number 10, which is normally a Samson number. And Samson does not like that. He wants the number back now. Some drama there as Roundy tries to get the inside of the 3 car. The 24 will not be able to make the pass on Suave quite yet. But will he get there eventually? Who knows? Ziggy Stardust continues to pull away in the 54 car. He's not going to make this an interesting race, is he? Whoa! Stardust is diving into the pits. Does he have an issue? No, this looks like a scheduled stop, as pit stops have begun here at Indianapolis. And this may be a 3-stop race, as this is lap 12, which is not quite halfway through. Let's see what they're going to do here on this long pit lane. Stardust dives into his stall. Let's see what he does. Looks like it'll be 4 tire stops for everybody as the right sides go up. Yep, 4 tires, left sides are up. So looks like it's gonna be 4 tire stop for everybody. Maybe not everybody actually, as Can Engage appears to have gained some time here. He may have taken 2 tires or something like that. As you see Slubnar diving into the pits. Anybody else? Looks like no other takers from this lead group, as they're showing the 44 car in the lead. Yeah, you guys will probably need a second stop. Unless you can really stretch it on fuel, probably will need a second stop. This race is the first stop for on lap 12. Let's see if not Bullhead, this is Bullhead car, but let's see if Turtle will dive off into the pits. Seems to be slowing, but is he pitting? He's not pitting. Roundy goes to the inside of Turtle here. Anybody on pit road? Reese Elders. Anybody else? Doesn't look like it. Here's Ziggy Stardust. He is tracking at about 155 through the corners. Oops. Wow. Turtle is tracking about 145, so it's about 10 mile per hour difference. This undercut might be very powerful here, which would put Ziggy Stardust even farther up out in the lead. But Turtle appears like he is splitting the fuel runs, which probably will be an advantage later, because if he splits the fuel runs, he won't have to pit again. So that's something to keep an eye on. As Roundy has taken the lead. I don't know when that happened, but Roundy took the lead apparently. And they're not pitting, so it looks like some cars are actually able to split the race in half, which will be very, very beneficial for them later. Very beneficial. And our man wants Hen to pit now. He has not pit yet. He's right now in the clutches of Chris in the 17 car. So here we see Ziggy Stardust down here in 7th place. So that means half the field has pitted, half the field has not. Will they dive off this lap? As they won't. As Turtle and Suave are to the inside of the 24 car. Looks like Turtle will pit. Looks like Turtle, Roundy, Hen, Chris, and River are in the pit, so everybody now has pitted except for Suave for some reason. Don't really understand the logic there, but maybe he just stretch it further. It'll probably be 4 tire stops for all 5 of these drivers. I'd be surprised if anybody does anything different. See what they do as Turtle will dive off into his pit stall. Yep, just as we expected, 4 tire stops. Now, where is Ziggy Stardust in the 54 car? Where is he at? He's right here. He's like he's exiting 4. He's probably going to have a pretty big advantage over the rest of these guys. As you see Turtle exiting the pits here. Yeah, Turtle and Randy are exiting now. Where's Ziggy Stardust? There's Ziggy Stardust right there. Yeah, he's going to blow past them. Ziggy Stardust will technically not retake the lead yet, as Suave has still not pitted. I don't know what Suave is doing, but he's still not pitted. Alright, so Noah Suave is technically leading the race, but Ziggy Stardust will take the lead once he eventually pits. Well, have fun at work, I guess. '54 technically does not have the lead, but he's going to take it whenever Suave goes into the pits. Is he pitted yet? Oh, I guess Suave pitted, and I didn't notice. So apparently Suave pitted, and I didn't notice. So everybody has pitted, which means Ziggy Stardust is back to the lead. Now scroll up, thank you. Ziggy Stardust is back to the lead. It's an NNA 1-2. How did that happen? As the 54 and the 45 car are now up front. NNA is last in the constructor standings. They have not looked good in the first 2 races. Whole litany of issues with those cars. It's nice to see them running 1-2 right now. And then it's the Gamble cars. What in the world? Then it's the Gamble cars of Gage. Well, now split by Reese Elders. And then the 99 of Max. Slupna are trying to dive the inside of Max. Will he be able to complete the pass? Doesn't look like it. Looks like there's too much power in that 99 car. Reese Elders is driving to the inside of the 91 of Cannon Gage. Elders will dive to the inside of Gage. He'll make the pass. Reese Elders in the 3rd place. Back to the NNA cars up front as 54. Ziggy Stardust still leads over Carson Sherman. Remember, Ziggy Stardust pitted back on lap 12, which means he might have to make a second stop this race, which could really put the dampers on a great car for the 54. Still 1, 2, 3 here, as they're nose to tail up front. Oh, Sherman dives to the inside of Stardust. Well, Carson Sherman looks like he'll be able to take the lead from Ziggy Stardust. Check the 45 car into the lead. Carson Sherman did not look good in the first couple races. Now he is your leader as Ziggy Stardust falls behind Reese Elders in the 3rd place. He also could fall all the way back to 4th. And he does. Max moves into 3rd. What has happened to Ziggy Stardust in the span of a couple corners? He has gone from the lead to in the clutches of 5th place Cannon Gage. That is not good for the 54 team. That is not good for a championship car. Ziggy Stardust is going for the championship. We got another championship car, Reese Elders in the 1 car. On the back of Carson Sherman, who is not a championship eligible car, as Reese Elders dives to the inside. Will he be able to make the move on Carson Sherman? Into 1, they're side by side. And Reese Elders will have the nose out in front and will take the lead. Stevenson car has been showing a lot of speed today as Reese Elders will take his first lead of the year, I'm pretty sure. In the span of a couple laps, the NNA cars have gone from 1-2 to 2-4. That is not good if you are that team, especially for a team that needs points really bad. Like, they are last in the constructors by a good margin. Like, they need these points, good and bad. As Max is on the ass of Carson Sherman, will he be able to pass them? Drop the NNA card back even more. He'll look to the inside but will not make a move. Sherman will retain second for now, as Reese Elders is pulling away almost a second up on the 45 car. Max looks to the inside, no move. Will he be able to get to the inside of Sherman coming into 3? He will not be able to, or will he? He will not be able to, as Sherman will close the door on the 99 car. But like, these NNA cars are, like, this 45 car is visibly slower than the 1 car. Like, he is holding up the 99 cars. Look at the gap at the line as we come to 10 to go. Was 0.89. Now it's 1.1 seconds. Yes, that 45 car is noticeably slower than the 1 car. And our 2003 simulation is going to need the top 3 to pit, or top 6 to pit, and 7th place on down not to pit. I don't know about that one. Reese Elders still leads this race. Oh, Suave's on the pit. Suave is in the pits. What is going on with the 3 car? Why is he in the pits? This feels really early if he needed to make a second stop. So I think there's probably an issue with the 3 car. I don't know how to check that, but there might be an issue as there's River. He's slow. Oh, that was scheduled. They're pitting again. This is interesting. Alright, I guess this isn't early. Yeah, they pitted on lap 12, so I guess that makes sense, I guess. So never mind, this is not early. I just don't know how to do math, I guess. It's probably going to be a 4-tire stop for all these cars. We'll see what Carson Sherman does here. Yeah, 4-tire stops for all of these guys, as we're on the final pit stops of today's race. Who's the leader? I think it's still Elders. I don't know if he pit. Yeah, Elders is still out here. But Elders is diving off into the pits. Anybody else? Any other takers? Well, I've already pitted. And has not pitted. Okay. I don't remember. Was Hen one of the cars that was able to stretch it to lap 16? Because if he was, in theory, he should be able to keep the lead and win this race, giving NNA 3 in a row. You know, everybody wants to see that. And there's Ziggy Stardust coming out of the pits. And this train of cars, led by Max. Reese Elders still in the pits. As Hen trying to get by his teammates, as Chris is right behind him. Chris needs to win. He's a championship car. Hen is not. And needs to save fuel if he wants to win this race. He cannot run out of gas. as the 17 is closing in on the 10. Will Chris be able to dive to the inside of Rafa Hen? No, he will not. And will hold the lead for now as he is still stuck behind his teammate. If I'm entering 2003 simulations, I'm getting that 3 car out of the way to try to give some space to that. Try to give some space to that 10 car. Or this could also be a good thing. I guess drafting helps with fuel savings, so maybe this is a good thing. And Suave pitted, so he's at speed. I don't know if he's actually holding up 10 anyway, so maybe not. As Hen has still not pitted, as we're heading into lap 27, 6 laps to go here in Indy. Anything going on back here? River coming out of the pits. Reese Elder's back here. Not really anything going on back here as we get back to Rafa Hen, still the lead here. Nobody has retired as Ziggy Stardust, who dominated the race early, is now a lap down in 12th place. And NH is not having a good year, as Hen will be able to dispose of his teammate. Will Suave be able to block Chris here and hopefully give the 10 car even bigger of an advantage and possibly give 3 wins in a row to NR 2003 simulations? I swear it is not rigged. If it was rigged for anybody, it would not be for NR Men. It would not. As the 10 was slow behind the 45. I don't know what happened there. You can see he's now back in the clutches of his teammate. That may be an issue. Uh-oh. Reed's going inside the 10. That's not good. You cannot be battling your teammate when you are a lap down and he's going for the win. You cannot be doing that. I know Suave is a championship car and Rafa Hen isn't. But you gotta help your team win the constructors, and doing this is not going to help that in any way. Coming to 4 to go. The 10, the 17, the 24, and the 44 still have not pitted. As it is River in 5th place, Reese Elders in 6th, Max in 7th, Ken Engage in 8th, Slubnar in 9th, Carson Sherman 10th, Suave 11th, Ziggy Stardust in last place. Suave going to the inside his teammate. Oh no. This is only going to help Chris. If I am the owner right now, I am telling that 3 car to get out of the way and especially stop battling your teammate. You cannot be doing that. Will Hen be able to dispose of the 45 car? That's a question that needs to be answered, because he kind of stuck behind him. As Suave is still trying to pass his teammate. I don't know what he's doing right now. That he is not being a team player whatsoever. As we have 3 laps to go here in Indianapolis. Rafa Hen still leads. He's going for his 2nd win of the season. He is a non-championship car, though. So even though he has been dominant all seasons, which if it were to end like this would be 1-2-1 finishes, he's not scoring the championship, so he will not be the points leader. Even though if he was, he'd be up by a wide margin over the rest of the field. As we come to 2 laps to go here at Indianapolis. 2 to go. Will the 10 car have to pit? Will the 17 have to pit? Will the 44 have to pit? And will the 24 have to pit? If they do, it's prime position for River down in 5th place. Wherever he's at, there he is. These cars back here have pitted. They're good. no matter what, but they're pretty much an entire track length behind the leaders, as you can see him in the background right here. Rafa should not run in this full time. I don't know what you're trying to say here. And even then, if he ran in this full time, he's not getting his points from the first few races because I hadn't declared for points yet. As we're coming to the white flag, Rafa Hen still holds the lead. I don't think he's going to have to pit. Even if he does, everybody's pit stall is beyond the start-finish line, so he would be okay in theory. Chris is stuck behind Suave, so I don't know if he's going to be able to put up a charge to the 10 car, unfortunately. Exactly, Rafa. Please don't ever go full-time in this series. Stay with me, please. As Ziggy Stardust goes to the inside of 17, that'll pretty much seal it for Rafa Hen. As NR 2003 simulation, I don't know what devil magic that team is cooking up right now, but they seem to be able to be hitting on all cylinders right now. Coming out of turn 4, Rafa Hen will take his second win of the season and the third win in a row for NR 2003 simulations. They'll win at Indianapolis. Chris will be the top championship car in second place. Roundy will be a distant third with Turtle in fourth. Max in fifth. River in sixth. Cannon Gage seventh. Reese Elders eighth. Slubnar ninth. Carson Sherman 10th. Suave in 11th. And Ziggy Stardust will round out the field. Another bad day for the NNA crew. I don't know. They need to figure something out in this series because whatever they're doing now is not working. That is their third last place finish in a row. NR 2003 Simulations has 3 wins in a row, while NNA has 3 last place finishes in a row. That is not good for a historically dominant franchise in the NR 2003 scene. Well, thank y'all for watching. We will race next week. I'm not sure when, but we will race next week. I'm not 100% sure where we're going. Check the schedule for that, but thank y'all for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.